We just talk. Can we just talk? Figure out where we're growing. Can we just
Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you're interested in college, vlog, or lifestyle content, you might want to consider going ahead and hitting the bell while you're at it. Let's just go ahead and get into today's video. JK. So actually, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a few quick reminders. One, if you're unaware, my summer uploading schedule will be ending this Wednesday. And on next Sunday, you will be seeing a dorm haul, yay, which will be the beginning of my new school year / fall uploading schedule, which will be on Sundays at 3 p.m. I also wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that the video that you're watching today actually was suggested by one of you. So if you want to be a part of the next video decision, make sure that you are commenting down below your video suggestions or ideas. Without further ado, let's find out the 9 dorm room shopping tips that you guys should know, because I definitely either have gone through this thing and realized, hey, I should be doing this, or I did it at the beginning of the summer. Whatever it is, whatever stage you are in the dorm shopping process, this video is for you. So my first tip is to make a checklist of everything that you need. So I did this at the beginning of the summer. I went through all the different checklists. You can find one at Target. You can probably find one at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can go on your own university's website and they probably already have a packing / checklist for you to bring for move-in day. So go ahead, check out and use all those different resources. Figure out the things that you personally would actually need to bring versus the things that they just suggest for any and everyone, and make a checklist. I actually use my notes feature on my iPhone and have the little dots. I'll insert over here my notes and show you guys that I have the little checklist dots, and every time I purchase something, I would put it on the checklist and check it off, so that way I knew exactly what I had, the things I still need to get. And I also broke it up by different sections and different stores, which was another thing that really much helped me a lot. So that's just kind of a little pro tip on the side. Go ahead and section it off by stores, so that way you know when you go into each store what you're trying to get. Just helps you be more organized, feel like you know exactly what you're getting, and helps relieve a little bit of the whole chaotic, hectic stress that comes along with dorm shopping. My next tip is to coordinate with your roommate who's bringing what. So some of those bigger items or items that you don't want to have duplicated, you want to make sure that you're reaching out to your roommate either through text, calling them, FaceTiming them, direct messaging them on Instagram, like whatever method works for you guys. Go ahead and communicate with them. Find out who's bringing what, who's bringing the Brita, who's bringing the Keurig, who's bringing whatever those major bigger items that you really don't need to have duplicates of. Go ahead and contact your roommate and make sure that you're on the same page of who's bringing what. You can either split the cost, or you can decide somebody's buying the big area rug while somebody else might be buying the Keurig for the room. So just figure out that you can go ahead, compromise, work it out. You two are both adults, you're going off to college, you can handle your own business, you can make those kind of decisions for yourself. So go ahead and make sure that you're communicating and on the same page of who's getting what. You just don't want to show up and find out that you both brought mini fridges. Like, that just is not gonna be great space wise, and also just the cost of having the two. Like, just go ahead and communicate so you can avoid any of that kind of chaos. My next tip is to go ahead and at the beginning of the summer, even maybe back in like May, April, whenever you're about to start your dorm shopping process, figure out what your color scheme is going to be. So I think it's smart to go ahead and figure out what 2 to 3 colors you want to have. I would suggest having 1 to 2 maybe bold pops of colors, and then at least 1 to 2 neutrals. That way you can buy bigger items like your bedspread or your comforter and your throw blankets and furniture, that they can be in the neutral colors. That way you can use it year after year. And then your pops of color can be your wall art, maybe some throw pillows. And then after you figure out what your color scheme is, you need to actually stick to it. And you also want to make sure that you once again are communicating with your roommate, seeing if you guys are both going to coordinate your 2 color schemes, figuring out what color scheme you both are doing. But make sure that you might have some kind of common color. That way the room is just not all over the place with colors. Again, this just goes back to the second tip. You want to make sure that you're on the same page of what's going on for the room. Even going ahead and figuring out how you guys want to go ahead and lay out the room might be wise and smart. So go ahead and make sure that you and your roommate are on the same page of how the room's going to be looking, what your color schemes are, who's buying what. Just communicate with your roommate. My next tip is to go ahead and make sure that you're making a couple of trips to stores. It might be wise to go ahead and wake up early and go to stores early. That way you aren't having to share aisles. You can kind of be a little indecisive if you have to try to figure out what colors or what kinds of pillows or whatever you're trying to work through. It's just smart to go ahead and shop early in the morning. You get easier parking spots so you can lug those heavier items at a shorter distance, which is a great plus. So go ahead and make sure that you are going ahead and shopping early in the morning for your trips for the dorm. Another thing you might want to consider is how you're going to be transporting all your dorm stuff when move-in day comes around. So are you going to be flying into your university and maybe renting a car and picking up things that are at the local store? Or are you going to be driving in and transporting it all into your family van? Just think about things like that, because you want to make sure you know about how much space you have, because you don't want to end up going and realizing, hey, we need more vehicles, or we need more space, or I should have maybe shipped it straight to school. That's something I actually didn't even think about until just a few days ago. There's a few larger items that I'm actually ordering from online and having them shipped directly to my mailbox at school, allowing me to be able to save space from transporting it when we're going, and it'll just be already there. I don't have to worry about lugging it all the way across campus while we're unpacking all the other stuff. It just makes shipping and transportation a little bit easier on the day of. So consider online buying, purchasing. Also think about the range of when it will be shipped. Do you need to ship it home? Do you need to ship it straight to school? All those things you might want to go ahead and think about ahead of time, instead of realizing the week or maybe 2 weeks before that, hey, that comforter isn't coming in for another 2 weeks. I might actually want to ship it to my mailbox. So little things like that you might not think about but are really important, and you want to make sure that you have an answer to beforehand. My next tip is don't be hesitant, don't be too shy. Go ahead and look online if you can to find dimensions for different shelving, your desk, windows, anything that you're purchasing based off of things that are already physically in the room can't be moved and you're going to be utilizing. Go ahead and look online. Also make sure that you know what the floor plan of the room is when you first come in. They typically have that online for schools, at least they do for Clemson. So make sure that you're doing that, and if you are unsure, you need some information, don't be hesitant. Feel free to go ahead and contact your university housing either through email or calling them in. They should be happy to help you. You, once again, are the customer, you're the client, you're the one using their services, so they should be more than happy to help give you that information about how many shelves you might have, or the dimensions of the window, or the distance between the desk and the wall. All those little number things they probably already have on file, or they should be more than happy to go find out and give it to you in preparation for your move-in day. Another thing, as I was talking about a few tips ago, was to go ahead and make sure that you know transportation wise if you're going to be shipping or ordering online versus buying them at your local store, maybe even purchasing them at the store near your university for in-store pickup. Think about those things, but with that, also make sure that you're doing some kind of comparison shopping for some of those larger major items or even popular items that you've noticed at numerous stores. You want to make sure that you're getting the best deals possible. If you can, go ahead and sign up for email list or coupon list for the different stores, because if you can save a few dollars, it really does go a long way when you really look at the big scheme of things. You're spending tons of money on these items. You want to make sure that they last you for a few years, hopefully, and you want to make sure that if you can cut down costs, that you do. So make sure that you're checking out where coupons can be. I know for Bed Bath & Beyond, if you join their email list, you can get an immediate 20% off a single item. So go ahead, sign up through email. They also have events at Bed Bath & Beyond to help you with the dorm shopping process. So if you don't really know where to start, and this video might still be kind of having you a little leery or a little hesitant, go ahead and reach out to them. I know they probably would be happy to help you in the process as well. Also go ahead and check out Target, Walmart, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those stores where I purchased a lot of my own items you'll see in the dorm hall that were very inexpensive, but I still think look really cute and will hold up for a good and a very long time. So go ahead and make sure that you know if Walmart's selling the desk hutch, that you check out and see if Amazon has it, if TJ Maxx has it, if Target has it, and see who has the lower price, because you want to try to make the most bang for your buck. With that comparison shopping, you might not realize who has lowest price when you're just in the store and you see something very unique, you very much like it. You might want to just go ahead and purchase it, but make sure that you keep the tags on the items. Do not start popping tags off, because you might not be sure. You might change your mind, you might change your color scheme, and you might have to return a whole bunch of stuff, or you might realize, hey, I actually have more storage than I realized back at home, and you might want to go back and return those items. So make sure that you keep track, one, of the receipts, and also that you don't take off tags. I would suggest not even taking off the tag until literally move-in day. Like literally all the items I have still have all the tags, all the stickers. I know where all the receipts are. And so in case when we get up there, we realize, hey, maybe I don't actually need this extra under the bed storage bin, I can easily just go down the street and return the item without having to be worried, hey, I already popped the tag, they might not take this off, and then you're stuck with an item that you're not using, just taking up space, and you could be getting money back. So think about those kind of things before you go and get so excited and feel like, hey, I know I'm going to be using this item, and rip off that tag, and a few days later you have buyer's remorse. So make sure that you're keeping track of those receipts, you know where they are, keep them in one place is my suggestion, and also make sure that you're keeping the tags on the items up until move-in day. My last and final tip number 9, is to make sure that if you can and if it's possible, try to buy multi-use items. So if you're trying to store things, I know they have the cool ottomans at like Target where you can store things inside of them, and they also allow you to have seating for people who come in your dorms. Those are great. I'm actually getting a storage trunk, so I'm going to be using that as seating, and I will be able to store a lot of things up in the storage trunk. There's so many different things that you can use that are kind of multi-use, and you want to make sure that you're investing in those items versus just stuff that's going to be purely for decoration in and of itself. Yeah, that's great, but you don't want to have so much clutter in your dorm that you feel like there's just stuff on top of each other, and also you don't have that much space. You might think that you have tons of space like you do back home, but really you're sharing a little box in essence with one other person, and it's not that huge, and you just want to make sure that you're making the most out of all the surface area that you're provided. Those were my 9 dorm shopping tips. I hope it helps you out as you're going through the dorm shopping process. And once again, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and check me out on Instagram and Twitter. They'll be shown down below. Check out my previous videos shown in the playlist above for college-bound advice. And don't forget that next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be switching over to my once-a-week schedule. So mark your calendars for that. Like anytime before, make sure to comment down video suggestions, ideas. I've been loving the comments rolling in, so keep them coming. I've been responding. Hope you guys have been noticing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed or at least learned something. If it was helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up so more people can find this video just like you. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys. Oh, also, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think about my intro and outro that I started back at the beginning of the month? I just never stopped to ask what you guys think. I think they turned out great. It might just be me, but I do want to hear your thoughts and feedback down below in the comments. Go ahead and comment down below if you like them, what you think, things that I maybe need to improve or change in them, because I'm always trying to alter to make sure that your viewing experience is a great one. So make sure that you are commenting and giving me that feedback down below or on my Instagram and Twitter.